Good afternoon and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on our Global Connectivity Conference on real estate. This special program is strictly for CIPS, or we allow any student who is enrolled for CIPS program to join our Global Real Estate Professional Network and also our conferences. So welcome. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to do a short presentation. And I give you an agenda, so what we're going to be, how we're going to deal with everything. So I'm going to share my screen. And obviously, agenda today, we're going to introduce yourself, which is, I'm going to talk about this. The real estate, Realty Coffee Talk is a global connectivity conference to create connectivity, to increase awareness, building consumer confidence in real estate, and promote good ethics and business practices. As you know, the Global Real Estate Professional Network is a powerful global connectivity network to get to know each other, build long-term relationship, and facilitate business collaboration among its members. My goal is to ignite the spirit of connectivity and cooperation within my Global Real Estate Professional Network. More confidence to make referral of our clients to CIPS in their respective jurisdiction. We are professional, governed by the highest professional standard and practices as CIPS designee of THUR. Just a little bit update about, please put on your mic, please, on mute, Rama, please. It should be on the mute. Oh, this is a graphic location of Toronto real estate update. I'm going to give it to you. Green one is Toronto. This is the north. This is on the east side. And this is a Peel region where I am located in Mississauga. And these are the regions that are governed by our real estate board. So I'm going to give you an update on the statistic for somebody Toronto Regional Real Estate Board. We have two sections divided by 416 and 905 area. 416 is City of Toronto. And if you look at the average prices in 22 is 1,210,889. And sorry. And if you look at the average price in 2021 was 995,171. We have new listing of 4,889, and now new listing last year was 4,710. So is increasing now. If you look at the region-wise pricing in 905 and 416 area, 416 price is detached home, 2,073,989. And average price 905 is 1,727,963. It doesn't talk about single detached, one bedroom, two bedroom, five bedroom, whatever. It just gives you average across based on the total sale of 3,928. Semi-detached, you can see there is a minus in sale but price 416 increased 23% and 905 32.9%. A total of average between the 905 and 416, 31%. In townhome, there was a price, go back. There is a price of townhome is 1,131,809 in 416 and 1,119,26 in 905 area. Condo apartment, 822,090 in 416 and 756,146 in 905. And you can see this change. Now it's giving you the February 22 year over year percentage of change in MLS HPI, Home Price Index. So this is a Toronto. They're talking about all property that changed 35.87%, and they are region now. This is Halton region. This is a Peel region where I am in Peel region, City of Toronto. So you can see that average price increases, year-over-year change is happening. And these are all the region that's served by Toronto Real Estate, Toronto Regional Real Estate Board. So you can see that detached 32%, 38%, single, detached 38%, and townhome 33%, and 30% apartment. These are price changes, what's happening in 2022. So I will be sharing this information with you so we don't have to go through the whole detail. But average price, you can see from here, this is talk about year-to-date summary. In February 22, we have a new listing, 7,999. And last year, 22, we have 8,262. So we still minus. Average price has jumped from 941,142 to 1,154,337 in 416 area, and 905 area is 1,385,630 in 22. And the new listing of 14,129, and sale was down. 2021 was 11,438, and 22 is 9,237. Average price was 2021 1,055,348, and now is 1,385,630. So this is a breakdown I will share with you as a PDF with all the members. So this is give you idea in terms of February 21, we have a month over month 5.2%, and month over month was 2.1% change in terms of average price and sale. But if you look at the February 22, 10,469, 5.9% increase month over month, and 1,304,816, which is 1.3% change. So it will give you a February and January change, and 21 versus 22. So I will be sharing this information with you. And this is a projection now. They are from Canadian Real Estate Association for next 10 years. So they are already projecting now 2023, and they see a minus reduction. So sale is going down, whereas in 2022, they're expected to be over 600,000 sale in 2022. But in 23, they're projecting slower sale. You can see this here, 21, forecast for 22, and forecast for 23 is already showing here. So we are in Ontario. So in 21, we have a 270,734, and there was a percentage change, 18.6%. And costing is now 242,445 minus 10.4% in sale. And they're also saying in 23, the sale will be 226,965. So it's going to go minus 6.4 in 23. So this is the data I will also be sharing with you because I am in Ontario. So therefore I'm sharing with you, but you can see all the province information is there. Now this is the actual value, the price. So I'm talking about Ontario. So in 21, the average price was 871,840, and percentage of change was 23.6% increase. And in 2022, they're expected to have average price of 1,073,853, which is 23.2%. So it's very consistent that Ontario average price based on total data from Canada is increasing. Now you have a projection for 2023 for Ontario, 1,135,300, which is 5.7%. So you can see this projection, 5.7 versus 23.2. There is a reduction in average price increases, is going down. So I have shared this for specially tip for foreign buyers. If you are a new person, you will be able to download this information. I'll be sharing this information, the process of how to prepare your necessary step to achieve success in buying and selling for foreign buyers. So you need to prepare buyer's checklist, share listing data sheet, prepare an estimate of closing costs. Consent to advertise is required if you want me to help sell your property through our MLS system. Advertising on world's largest MLS system, referral agreement, and also jurisdiction due diligence. So these are the information you have to have in order for you to share. These are also buying a real estate process in Ontario. So I like you guys to create something like that in your jurisdiction and share our own global real estate professional network. Therefore, we know what steps a buyer has to take in your city, in your state. So we have to educate them. So CIPS, we select people. If I am in Ontario, Canada, so if you need me, you'd be selecting me to help you to buy your client, and search selection, and then we will do the searching selection for the buyer and making an offer. Then we satisfying the mortgage condition and appraisal inspection, then sending APS to the lawyer, because in Canada, especially in Ontario, the lawyer will do the transaction completion, transfer of deeds and mortgage charge. Then funds goes from the lender to go back. Sorry. The lender will send funds to the lawyer, and lawyer will transfer the deed and register the mortgage charge and secure title and insurance and hand over the keys. Similarly, important thing is foreign buyer tips, the estimated closing costs, non-residents and foreign buyer pay speculation tax 15%. It may be some taxes in the United States or other part of the jurisdiction. You have to share that information with me. So when I'm making a referral, so at least I'm educated. Withholding money, when you're trying to dispose of a property, there is a CRA requirement. They will hold approximately 30% of the sale transaction until a certificate of completion is issued. You need to consult with a chartered accountant, and this is very important. And also consultation with a barrister solicitor is part of the buying process for a foreign buyer. The foreign buyer can also buy property and secure mortgage financing is available. Buy real estate is not related to immigration. It's a separate process. So when you buy a property in Canada, it doesn't mean that you will get access to immigration. No, that's a totally separate process. So I am your CIPS, your real estate connection to the world. And if you need someone coming to Canada, Ontario, Canada, please feel free to recommend me. And please join our global connectivity real estate professional network that we created only for CIPS. We can exchange project information, listing, network for referral. Please join. And next conference, 14, will be held on 28 April at 1 p.m. Thank you for watching. So this is just an overview of real estate, what's happening in this part of the world. Now I'm going to share with you, if you have any question, I can take the question in 2 minutes, then I'll do the special presentation, how buy it or build it, choice is yours. I give you some a new thought process of how you can create more avenue for generating more business in either you're buying a property or you're building a property, how you can help. Anybody have any question? Otherwise, I'll go to the next presentation. All right. So let's start that, then we'll do the conversation later on. So let me close this one.
There you go. All right. Yeah. My question is, what is driving everyone to go to Canada? What is the driving component?
buying property because lots of Canadian who are coming in or foreign buyers are buying it because we have tremendous growth. We have almost 28% increase in price from the last year to this year.
Right.
So this was the highest. It's very surprising in the COVID. This is the first time in the history that we have almost 28% increase in value, return on investment in real estate.
Right.
And that's the only reason I would say that the people are interested to come here and invest. And obviously, majority of the people are seeking immigration. It doesn't help them, but it does give some consideration if you own a property in Canada.
Right. Yeah. So basically what it is the opportunities, the employment growth that's driving it, because your commercial growth has gone through the roof.
Absolutely. You won't believe it. Is that 7 years ago, I bought a property that my prime residence. It has now 3 times increase in 7 years.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And this is why it's very safe, easy to do business, a very cooperative environment. And also when you, as a part of your network, if you have created connectivity, which we're going to talk about the next presentation, if you have that connectivity, your network being within real estate professional, like I have my lawyers, planner, architect, renovator, painter, plumber, mortgage agent, broker on my tips. So when the client call you and they want to know who is the best lawyer for immigration, who is the tax consultant, best consultant, and you by law under the Competition Act to need to provide at least 3 references. So make sure you're not breaching any Competition Act of Canada. Obviously, similar will be in the United States and other place. So this is why it's very important to have these tips. How do you get your leads? We're going to talk about that in a short while. And this is why it's very important that you look into all scenario. And purpose of this small presentation I have was that you create a template, a checklist for the buyer, so buyer understand why he or she should invest. So when the people come to me and they talk to me and I give them pre-prepared document for information, and they never see that information from any realtor. So you are competing. As I mentioned, we have 90,000 realtors in Ontario. 90,000 realtors. And CIPS, I think less than 100, I would say. I don't know the statistic, but it should be less than 100 in Ontario. I'm a fellow of Real Estate Institute of Canada. I'm a FRI. There are only 300 out of 90,000 in Ontario, FRI. And where I live, there are only few. So I'm the only one who is doing these seminars and giving volunteering services. So this is very important for your credentials and also for your network. So let me start the presentation so we don't waste too much time, and then we'll go back and everybody will talk about it. So this is something I did a TV show on it. So I thought that I share with you. Time is kind of short, but it's give you a basic concept and how would you think that maybe something can help you to create a new venue for your generating income. Okay, let me this. All right, you all can see the screen, buy it or build it. Choice is yours, we can help. So you can look at the screen that you can help build all these buildings that you can see. Choice is yours. This is why it's very important for you to understand that you can build, you can help build. We don't have the expertise for everything, but we can help. So what step that we have to take in order to do that? So global real estate professional, which is you, and where you start. So there's a screen here. First of all, you determine the need of your client, whether it's a residential or commercial. Then you create a sort of budget with them. You have lots of people involved with you who's going to help you put together a budget, kind of a preliminary spreadsheet. You will be looking to the city official plan to see what is allowed in a certain area, because each city has their official plan, what they want to build, commercial, residential, community services, other thing. Then you go and city, you look at the zoning bylaw in that city. I'm going to explain you in the sheet. I'm giving you a summary now, and then we're going to click on the steps that how we're going to do that. Zoning bylaw will tell you what you can build. And then you also discuss with the site plan approval if there is a change, because if zoning says is a development and you want to build a residential complex, there will be a need for official plan amendment. So what is the likes and expectation of your client? You have to talk about that, whether residential or a commercial, and obviously area of interest that you choose. And we're going to go and then you're going to go through the process of acquisition of land. And then also we're dealing with a planner and architect, and also building permits, and also construction and completion. So we're going to show you steps later on, but it give you a little bit idea. I think I missed the slide, one slide before that. Okay, yeah. So when you are searching for a property, whether you want to buy it or you want to build it, you have to check where the sources of material of lands are available. So you have an MLS system, you have a real estate professional network. For example, we have a Toronto Regional Real Estate Board, we have a ITSO, Mississauga Real Estate Board. This is where you go to the network, you search the property, whether you're buying a land or you're buying a resale. Some people don't have a connectivity with all the boards. They go to realtor.ca, they look for the property, either land or a build area or a land. We also have a brokerage website because there are some exclusive listing not available through MLS system. You can go to the website. Sometimes you look at the social media and somebody is sharing their exclusive listing. They're not putting on their brokerage website, they're on the social media. Or you have also Facebook for sale by the owner. You can check that. You can go to the land registry to see if there's any land, or you go to the city side, because sometimes city is disposing of the local lands, which is owned by the government or corporation. Or if you are part of a region, for example, we have a Peel region, we have 3 cities, Mississauga, Brampton, and also Caledon. So region will have some disposition of land. So you look at all these areas when you're looking for a land for development to make sure that you are considering all options available to you, whether you are buying a resale or you're buying a land for development. So the most important thing for you is needs and expectation, to make sure that you have understanding of the need expectation of your client when you're trying to help them. We have only the interest in this 2R. One, we're going to help acquire a land that we're going to be developing. The development process is that you are sharing the expertise of other professionals to help your client to build that land. So you bought it, you earned a commission by buying a land. Now, when you build the land, when it's done, project is completed, at that time, if client decide to sell it, then you have another sale. In the in-between, you are sharing the information and using your network to help you build the client a custom warehouse or a luxurious home or a office building or whatever that is there. So you are really in between, first acquiring the land, second in disposition of the building once is completed. You must have to establish a very clear understanding between what you are doing. And this is for my Ontario real estate professional that I was doing a course for them. And also convey your needs and expectations. This is very important. The buyer who is going to buy the land or who wants to build a property have a very clear understanding with you. So you are providing only real estate related services. The next is your network. I'm going to talk about those line by line. And those expectations that you establish with them are the one that you're going to be counted for deliverance, because you're going to deliver what you agree to do that. A contractual document that you sign, which is going to be listing agreement or buyer representation agreement. Those are your contractual document, and do's and don't do something that means we are licensed to practice real estate. We talk about only real estate acquisition of the land. When we talk about building it, then you're going to bring your network together to help you to build that. But I'm going to give you not to give opinion about expertise, giving opinion about the planner, architect, engineering. Leave it to the expert, because in our in Ontario, we have a class 8 of the Real Estate Business Broker Act, Regulation 580/5, that talks about good ethics. And it talks about that you use expertise of the other professionals. So our interest is to help them buy the land so we make money and dispose of the property when it's finished. And in between, we are coordinating and helping them. So these are the steps: site development and approval process. We're going to say, first of all, selection of a lot for a building, whether it's residential or commercial. I'm going to explain you in the next one. Then checking zoning for current use. This is very important to make sure it meets the zoning of the land. And I'm going to go through quickly because I have a more definition in the future. Next pages. What is the best use and size of the building? I'm going to explain that to you. Understanding the setback. What are the setbacks? And then also consultation with the planner and architect, site plan approval and reports required to prepare the site plan and get the report, building conceptual design and elevations. I'm going to share with you the definition, and next page is 8. Let me allow this. Public consultation and feedback. When you are building a site development, what happens? I'm going to explain you the definition. Site plan approval and official plan amendment. What that means, I'm going to explain you. Utility agreement and securities. When you build a residential or a commercial, water, sewers connection, electricity, how this is going to be connected, who is going to provide security, because you are entering into an area maybe owned by the city, by the region. They need to provide securities to them. Submission of application of building permit. I'm going to explain you that in my next. Development fees and issuance of building permits, preparation of tender documents, and architect, contract negotiation and awards.
I just felt comfortable with it.
Stephanie, that's your
15 will be site supervision, quality control, inspection and acceptance, submission, substantial completion, discrepancies and occupancy permit, possession and release of hold up payments, warranty matters, project completion, satisfied client, and potential to sell building again. So now I'm going to give you explanation for each one of them.
Not to be judgmental, just on lets alone.
So selection of a lot for building site that you plan to build. Checking
Okay.
zoning for current use.
That's kind of the men that my mom is always
Zoning
like, so
refer-
I'm kind of used to.
You're used to that.
Please turn
So
out
you
the
don't-
music.
Being with more.
No,
Please turn off the mic. So
What is-
zoning refers to municipal or local laws or regulations that govern how real estate property can or cannot be used in these certain geographic areas. Each zone in Canada, Ontario is different. It will be different in your area. So what is the best use and size of the building? So the reasonable, probable, and legal use of vacant land or an important property which is physically possible, appropriately supported, financially feasible, and that the result is the highest value. That is why when you're selecting a property, you want to make sure it has the best use so you have a return on investment when you are going to build it. Understanding the setbacks. Setbacks are minimum distances from the property lot line to the building wall. This is setback. In Mississauga, the setbacks are about 1.5 meters on the right and left, and there's about 27 feet on the front and maybe approximately 27 feet on the back. It varies on each area. And this is why it's very important for all of you to understand that. Now, site plan approval process and report, we're going to talk about that. A site plan approval is a required process that you must follow for most development. Let me move this up, including major building renovation and addition. Now, when you are submitting a site plan approval, you will have a noise study, traffic study, parking studies, the environmental study, geological studies, and the geotech is called geological studies. A lot of these studies has to be done in order for them to make sure they will approve your site for development. Consultation with the planner. So in order for you to submit a site plan, you have to talk with the architect and planner. The planner develop a plan through analysis of data, identification of goals for the community or the project. Planner help the community and its various groups identify their goals from a particular vision. So let's say you have a land, you want to build a house, you put together a plan, and housing is very easy as compared to commercial. But city, you have to make sure the official plan shows this is a residential. Is it a single dwelling or high density? It depends what you are developing. So the architect will visualize that and create that visual conceptual drawings and elevation. The building design is process of taking a client's requirement for a new building or changes to an existing building and translating them into an agreed design that is contractor is then able to construct. So when the site is about the location, whereas the design of the concept is what you're going to build there. And obviously site plan have a utility connection, the water, the gas, electricity, how they need to be connected, and how environmentally friendly is, because you have to environmental 1 and environmental 2 depends on if there is a contamination. So there are so many requirements in the site plan approval and before they go to the building concept. And public consultation and feedback by the city council. So when a site is developed, for example, it was a one residential big lot. Now they want to build 25 houses or condominium unit. They need to send out an application. When it's received by the city, it send out notification to the member. A local councillor will send out notification, invite all the neighbors to see what's happening in your area, whether they have any positive or negative feedback. And this is why they say the consultation means activity seeking the opinion of interested and affected groups. Some people may not like to see a commercial in an area where this lot is located. Or residential people will say, we have a luxurious home. You can build a apartment or townhomes, low end value, it will reduce the value. So there is a process that affects it, and sometimes the approval is very slow. Site plan approval and official plan amendment. If the site plan approval requires a changes, let's say it is a single residential lot and you want to build a high-rise building, so they need to have a change of official plan amendment before site plan is approved. So there will be a rezoning and there will be amendment, because the city will have a graph of entire city, what is to be built on a particular location, whether it's a single detached home, commercial building, or whatever it is. So that's amendment is required. So each site will have your own different requirement. Now, when I move this up, so utility agreement. So when you are approving a site plan, if you have a single home and you want to develop a 25-story high building, high-rise building, or subdivision of townhome or SAMI for 25, the utility will have to check it out to make sure it has the capacity to absorb additional electricity, water, sewer system in order, and you have to sign security agreement to make sure that if they damage anything, they're going to pay for it, or if they need expansion, they have to pay for the development fee. So this is very important for each one. So responsibility to submit application and provide appropriate securities to local municipality and region. I'm going to put it here. Submission application for building permit. So once your site plan is approved, you will get a building permit. And a building permit is a document issued by the body responsible for enforcing Ontario. For example, it's Ontario's building code in your area, in our area. A building permit is necessary when you wish to construct, renovate, demolish, or change a use of building. So this is similarly in your jurisdiction, you have to follow the same protocol. Development fees and issuance of building permits. So you have to pay. Development fees means a fee for the building of a property, including negotiating and approval plans, undertaking to assist in obtaining zoning and necessary variance and necessary financing for the property, either initially or at a later date. So you have to pay because you are using park, streets, roads, and you will be using these facilities. So you have to pay for it. Prior to you, other people who have developed site has paid for that. So you are sharing that site, and city might have to increase the capacity to accommodate your development. That's why development fees and levies are charged. Preparation of tendering documents. So when, let's say you got the building permit, you paid all the fees, approximately in Mississauga is about $110,000 development fee for a single home right now in Mississauga, approximately, which include city and region fees. Preparation of tendering document and with architects. So when you put together request for proposal, invitation for bid, and send it out to construction company to get a proposal to build that house or building in accordance with the designer specification, because you have now technical people, your architect will help you. Then obviously you are negotiating a contract, you're awarded a contract, you will need a performance bond to make sure when you are paying progress payment, it's control. And in case a contract is default, you have a right to collect the money. This is being done by your engineers that you hired for the site, your client will hire for the site, and of course, administration. So this is a part and parcel with the contract. Site supervision, quality control, inspection, acceptance. So this is all steps the contractor and the owner of the land will have to do with the consulting, with the engineers, planner, and architect. What is substantial completion? Substantial completion is a stage when a construction project is deemed sufficiently completed to the point where the owner can use it for its intended use. So if you have designed something, you're ready to, let's say you're building a community center now, your project has been declared substantially complete. That means it is ready for occupancy. So you need to go further process how to get the occupancy. So that means it is ready for occupancy with a minor discrepancies. So discrepancy and occupancy permit. So discrepancies, you identify them what is missing in accordance with the contract, and then you will apply for building permit. So a discrepancy is referred to as an inconsistency between the contract documents. The occupancy permit is a document letter that specifically states the areas of the building that are authorized for occupancy prior to completion of the project. So you have not finished the occupancy, but you are you're ready to take an occupancy, but still project is not complete. And this is we follow Ontario Building Code. Possession and release of hold up payment. So when you are working with a contractor, you take the possession after substantial completion and occupancy permit, and you will be releasing the money hold up. In Ontario, there is a 10% holdback on construction when you make the progress payment. And sometimes there is a more, depends how you negotiate that. A certificate of occupancy is evidence that the building complies substantially with the plan specification that have been submitted to and approved by the city. Warranty matters when you have some small, depending on this, on Ontario, there is a 1-year warranty for construction. If you are residential, you need to use a person who is registered under 10-year warranty program. You builder cannot build a home without being registered with the 10-year warranty program. There is a new Home Housing Ontario Authority now that regulate the builders building residential home. But if you are building yourself for yourself, you don't need to register with a 10-year warranty. But because commercial has a different warranty, whatever contract you negotiate. Completion of projects, when all 10-year warranty is satisfied, especially 10-year warranty, there is a 30-day certificate, there is a 1-year certificate, and then you have a 7-year structural warranty. So then it's complete, you declare the project complete. Commercial is a little bit different, and then you return the money. A project conclusion describes the successful achievement of the project goal. It includes the final phases of a project, product acceptance, a final analysis and experience assurances, and the final project resolution. That means everything according to the contract you signed is being done. Now you have a satisfied client and a potential to sell the building again. And that is your interest. In between, you have a network of professionals that you have make referral, architect, the planner, the plumber, civil engineer, mechanical engineer, and renovator, landscaper, surveyor. You have created that network people are using to make sure that you have success. Now you will have a client that may have a land that you want to connect them, but your interest is that you can help them buy a land so you can make some money. Then you can make all the network. Architect, the planner, the plumber, electrician, mechanic, painter, all these people will generate revenue for you. They may refer to you. I meet once a month, my planner, architect, see what projects are being done in the area. Well, I talk to the surveyor. I talk to the engineers. If there's any development coming, residential or commercial, so I can participate. So how often do you meet? Have a Zoom call, have a meeting, or coffee time. This is how Realty Coffee Talk connected with people. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to stop the share and open for discussion. And I hope that this was something useful to you. You can open your mic and one by one, you can talk. What do you guys think of a presentation?
I love it.
So I will be sharing with you this in a PDF form. Please make sure you send your email. I email to each one of you. And the idea again is to organize it. I am now doing more through buy it or build it than buying it, because we have a shortage of inventory. Every time you submit an offer, there are 50 to 20 or 30 offers. How am I going to satisfy my client to buy him a property? So Ed, we're going to start with Ed. What is your feedback? And introduce yourself and give some feedback as well.
Tahir,
Yes, go
I have a
ahead.
question. One thing that I didn't see, I did love the presentation. I did love that. But one thing I did not see was easements, making sure that the property that you're purchasing for your buyer has all the proper easements. So that might be one thing. But the other question, after looking at your presentation.
Can I answer that to you? When you are looking
Okay.
in a zoning, when you are talking to the city, when you go to the city, you check this out, you will have all that information with you, because this program is about 3.5 hour presentation. So I can rush it to make it short. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And,
It's a 3.5 hour, 4 hour presentation. I also have a graphics to show it, because of the time constraint, only 20 minutes. So I can brief it. Otherwise, each one have his own graphics to show you how it look like. But I want to give you a food for thought so you can think about it, explore the opportunity. So we're going to start with Ed, and then we're going to go one by one to everyone. Ed.
Hey, just always great information. I appreciate you sharing all this information. Appreciate you putting this together, with all the participants today, as this is a great way to network with other realtors across the globe. If anybody needs any help in this group with Texas, Mexico, Costa Rica, Belize, wherever there's a pretty beach, that's kind of the niche that I play in. But we're based here in Texas. We do a lot of trade mission trips, so connect with me. I actually have a trade mission trip I'm hosting in the Riviera Maya in 2 weeks, and it's where I invite realtors down and we tour developments in whichever country we're in. We introduce people, our realtors, to the local real estate agents and brokers, so you can start to develop, your relationship. We introduce you to the developers themselves, and we got some great referral fees where we pay up to 6% of sales price there in the Riviera Maya. So if anybody's ever interested, I always love talking about global real estate and helping other agents and realtors grow their global adventure. And last but least, I'd like to welcome one of my agents, Brian Rodriguez. He's up to speak next, but he just got his CIPS. So I'm always super excited when one of my agents gets their CIPS, because I just think it's the best designation on earth. And I'm constantly encourage him to get out there and build his global adventure. So thanks a bunch, and look forward to the next one.
Thank you very much, Ed. I really appreciate that. He's a tremendous knowledge and experience. He's a mentor, and we always share experience and knowledge with each other to make sure we are helping our newer CIPS so they can benefit. So Brian, you're the next. So we're going to go by the screen. Each one of you, please, 1 minute, please.
Hi, my name is Brian Rodriguez. Like Ed said, I'm from Dallas, Texas as well. I really enjoyed the presentation and all the information that was given to us here. I really appreciate the time you took to have this presentation for us. Yeah, Ed's a great mentor and coach, and I try to do what he tells me to do, because he's in a position because he's been there, done that, and he knows what he's doing. And like you said, if you guys have any questions about Mexico or Texas, we're here to help you guys.
Wonderful, Brian. You have a great mentor, Ed, and so just stay with him. And sometimes he may be a little bit tough on you, but appreciate that, because he knows what he's doing. All right.
He
Thank you.
definitely does.
Thank you very much. Please feel free to share. Make sure that you are a member of our Global Real Estate Professional Network, which I created because we are going beyond a normal conversation. So Raj, you are the first time came in. We really appreciate that. And go ahead, please introduce yourself.
Everyone, my name is Raj. I was invited by Betsy as I'm starting the CIPS program and want to complete that pretty soon. I've been in real estate a little over a year, and I'm based out of South Florida in West Palm Beach, Broward County, and Palm Beach, Port St. Lucie area. I originally met Betsy on the Global Business Committee for a local board, and that's where I've been involved a lot with Global. I recently also worked with the board on getting my DIPC for sales in Dubai as well. Ed, I might be reaching out to you because I have a pretty good interest in Mexico and also the Maya Riviera. So I'll probably be reaching out to you. And again, if anyone needs help for anything for South Florida, I'm right down here. So it's good to meet everyone, and I look forward to more stuff from you.
Thank you very much, Raj. This is the best decision you made to join the CIPS. That's why we relaxed it. Anyone who's registered for CIPS, we are allowing them to join our group because it will be mentoring education, and we have the best of the best in our group. And I'm glad that you signed up for that. And as you know, I'm in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. So if you guys have any potential buyer coming to this side, I'd be more than happy to help you and pay the referral fee. So Brant, your turn.
Thanks, Tahir. Excellent presentation, by the way. My name is Brant Baylock, Sperry Commercial. I'm a commercial real estate advisor here in Brevard County, Florida, which is on the East Coast, Central East Coast, call it the Space Coast. And so I do all the commercial representation, more of a investor agent as opposed to a leasing agent. So if you have anyone that's interested in commercial investments or a seller, I can work with your seller, excellent referral partner. And I just want to conclude with that. Look forward to the next one, Tahir.
Thank you, Brian. Brian will be our presenter. I'm accommodating him for the next April presentation. He will be talking about commercial real estate. As you know, zoning, building approval, site plan approval requirement for each state, each province, each country are different. So I request all of you use this as a guideline and prepare your own strategy and share it with us. We like to hear from all of you, your experience. I think we have 1 million years of experience with our group that we have about 220 members already in last 1 year. I was looking at on 14 March, I set up our Global Real Estate Professional Network. We have now over 220 members. And imagine that if we start doing a little bit of business with each other, we'd be pretty rich people. So let's do that. Now, Paul, your turn.
Hi, everybody. I am Paul Romulus here in Central Florida. I've had my CIPS for a few years now. I'm also the current NAR Global Ambassador to Jamaica, Bahamas, Bermuda, Dominican Republic, Trinidad, and Tobago. So if you need any assistance in those countries, please reach out to me. I'm also in 100% brokerage, so I give great referrals. And I enjoy doing global. I got involved, and the rest is history. So it's my second year as the National Association of Realtors Global Ambassador, and I'm enjoying it very much. So I'm here to help whatever your global needs are. That's it. Thank you very much. Great presentation, by the way, Tahir's. Very nice presentation. I enjoyed it very much. Great information. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think I'm going to ask Ed to give us a feedback when we have a CIPS in a particular jurisdiction, and we have CIPS who is involved with many, many cities. So how would you see that cooperation or referral will work? Can you give some light on some thought on that, Ed?
Yeah, I would love to share. First of all, congratulations, Paula, on being a CIPS Global Ambassador. That's really a cool deal. something that I look
Congratulations.
forward to doing somewhere in the future. But CIPS has a referral form that you can pull off from the NAR Global site. And there's also a CIPS directory. So really you can go into the CIPS directory and look for somebody that, in whatever country that you may have a client or a need. And, it's great working with the CIPS around the world because they took the same classes as we did. They're following the code of ethics, and it's an easy deal, I would say, when you're working with a fellow CIPS. So I would encourage people to use that referral form. I would encourage all the CIPSs on this meeting to be active on the private Facebook CIPS page, because it's amazing. People share great information. They're always asking for referrals, and it's just a great way to build your global brand.
Absolutely. The reason I raise this point is that when you are working with a transaction and you have a multiple cooperation, as long as you are able to share a piece of the pie, it doesn't matter whether you have one CIPS, you have a second CIPS. You can share the piece of the pie. You have a transaction, not having a transaction, or having it. There is a difference, having a transaction or no transaction. So if someone give you a referral through your network, you stick with that, honor that commitment. And if you end up with somebody else who is located in a particular location, then you work with that person and say, okay, we can share the piece of the pie, because you honor who started the process with you. That's very important. So Vivian, your turn.
Hi, everyone. I'm located here in Central Florida, Viv Cunningham. I am in Lake County. I am the global chair for Lake and Sumter County here. And great information to share with us here of what's going on around the world. So at least we know that we're not the only one that's getting multiple offers on properties and things like that. And it's a great group of people to be learning from. So I'm always tapping into learning, what's going on in different countries, since we're located here in the United States. And I thank you guys for allowing me on this platform. Paula, congratulations on your global ambassador for around the different countries. So yeah, I shared my contact information in the chat. And also, Paula, if you're available, I'm keeping a global event here in Lake County on May 13th. So if you're available, you can come up, let us know. Okay, we'll be glad to have you.
Thank you, Vivian. I really appreciate that. Paula, congratulations. And you see, this is what I say. We have millions of years of experience within our group. We can reach out. I do WhatsApp almost twice a day with my CIPS member around the globe, because people call me, they ask questions, we talk about issues and helping them out. And when you are helping each other, you are building a bond with each other, you're building that long-term relationship, and this is how you will make the referral. It's not just connecting on a once a month, or it's more of a building relationship. It's very important that we connect with each other one-to-one and talk about issues. It's not about just doing business, helping people if there are challenges, because as you know, I'm a director of Misagalos board and chair of education committee. So I get calls from all the people. There are challenges. They sometimes in trouble, they call me, and they're in trouble with regulator, they call me and get some consultation advice. So please welcome to call me. My number is 416-451-3489. WhatsApp me, email me, or send me a message. I'd be more than happy, and only send me your mobile number so I can add it in my WhatsApp and say hello to you once in a while. So Leslie, your turn.
Thank you. This was a wonderful presentation. It's actually, the topic is very near and dear to my heart, because in this business of real estate, I started as a construction manager. I got my degree as a construction manager, and then went on to sell new homes and then do developments and feasibility studies and performance for builders, and then went into real estate. And what's so incredible about it is when you're talking about speaking to individuals as far as zoning and so forth, one of the things that I do, which I find really very, very helpful, is when I'm going into a new area or looking at seeing how the market is activating in a certain county, I go and I talk to the county planner. I make a lunch appointment, go talk to them, find out what's going on from the grassroots up. Because the beauty of that is that you find out all the different types of businesses that are going on in there, who's building in there, what kind of lands are available. If in fact the county itself has properties that they're trying to sell, you'll understand that and you'll be able to put, two people together, a land developer and the county, and everybody's happy. And the best part about it is the fact that you get all the information right up front. And I'm good friends with a county manager that started doing Warren County up in Front Royal, which was out in the middle of nowhere, but is now very active, to another county, Fauquier County, which is a very active county. Fredericksburg is probably one of those towns that over the last year has grown over 17%. And so when you're looking at the types of developing that's going to happen, the zoning and buildings and so forth, and the residential, and of course, even within the county level, you can understand the comprehensive plan. What is the new comprehensive plan that they're doing? You'll be able to get grassroots on that one. That's very, very valuable. And I don't want to take up a lot of time, but the fact is, I love what you're doing. I think this is fabulous. The presentation was great. And I love listening to you talk about it. And I would love to take that whole 3-hour course.
Thank you very much. The most important thing, remember that the power of connectivity. The more you are connected with people that you do business. I just give you, before we go to Dana, how do you find out the leads? When you're driving by, you see a painter guy is having a truck outside, he's going to paint inside. And when he's coming out, you say, hey, what's going on? Oh, they're gonna ready to sell the house, so they asked me to paint. And that's where your lead is. You see the plumber, same thing, because if you have a network, let's say you are farming a specific area. This is a very vast project, but we're talking about, let's say you're farming 1,000 houses in that area. So you drive around every day. You have 8 hours, like 9 to 5, anybody else, but you have a freedom because you can pick up your time, the coffee shop, a lunch. You can connect with people, see what's going on in the area. If you know your city councilor who is in charge of your ward, mayor, your member of parliament, your senator, you should connect with the people. Community services, I volunteer, I would not say 100, but not less than 100 organizations across Canada. I volunteer. People know me by name as a community activist. But when they ask me, what do you do for a living? I give them my business card. At that time, they know, my God, I just gonna buy the house. I'm glad that we know you, that you are doing a volunteer work. Therefore, we should use you, and you are qualified as well, right? So creating that connectivity, the engineering with the staff, the planner, and especially city has surplus properties, like you mentioned, county.
Yeah, they do.
Talk to the surplus property person. He said, when is the surplus property is coming? Get the list from them and start exploring the builder and developer in your area. And they tell you, I am interested, because they are selling a fraction of the cost what's available in the marketplace. Not now exactly, but still much cheaper than what is available in the resale market. So this is where the power is, and you spend your time on that. It's a very long, very detailed subject, and this is how I am doing it. I have a engineering background, and therefore I love construction. I worked for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers 14 years, so that's why I understand construction. All right.
Wow.
this is why it's very important that I'm sharing with you. I have an Academy of Learning online. These are courses that will be charged, but right now everything is free. So I'm going to ask Dana, your turn.
Hold on. Hello?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yes, my name is Dana Gibson. I'm here in Charleston, South Carolina. If you all have anybody might be interested in, I'm your contact person. We also have opportunity zones here. And with that, for our investors, for those who might be looking for investment properties for our clients, your taxes will be deferred up to 10 years if you invest in properties in those areas. And also, if you invest in a business, bring business to those areas as well, you get 10 years deferred taxes. So if you like any more additional information on that, just send me an email and I'll be glad to send that information out to you. And THUR, thank you for another great informational session.
You're very welcome. Thank you very much. So I'm going to ask finally, Ida, my friend, could you please?
Yes. Oops, I cannot remove the, oh, hold a minute.
That's okay. We can hear you.
I'm here. Can
Go
you
ahead.
see me? Okay, let's see. Oops, I don't know, for some reason. All right, I'm here. I don't know if you can see me, but I'm here. I am so glad to be here, Tahir. I am the border of my seat. Listening to what you're saying, you have a passion for learning, and this subject was so valuable. I'm just like, oh, this is so good, you know? Again, it was a wonderful presentation, the information that you're sharing. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. And Paul, congratulations for all you are doing and all the representation to all those countries. And I'm here in the outskirts of Orlando, so I cover Central Florida. I can relate to what Leslie was saying. Leslie, thank you for that information. It just, my head is exploding with all this good food for thought. I'm very involved with Aura, my association. I'm also one of the director for Florida Regional Association, and representing Aura with the Global Council. I'm in the vice chair for the Operations Committee. And I just love to be involved and learning, and I welcome every minute of it, listening to everybody, because it doesn't matter how long you've been in the business, you can always learn something from somebody.
Amen.
And I welcome the knowledge.
Thank you very much.
Ina, and I'm ready to go to Dubai. So check me out, because I'm going to be posting.
Fantastic. You know, I have a tagline: my passion is real estate and your success is my priority. So I want to make sure you're successful. This is my passion, okay? And the other thing I always said to is, we never stop learning, because life keep us teaching us. Life keep us teaching us. So we never stop learning. So I thank you very much for all you coming and joining. And I hope that this presentation today we have was any valuable to you. And if you have any comments, please feel free to share. I request all of you, please do me a favor, go to realtycoffeetalk.com and subscribe my YouTube channel, because I'm volunteering this time to educating people. I want to make sure everybody go and subscribe to my YouTube channel and ask question. And unless you ask question, you will never get an answer. And we are all CIPS. We are there to help each other. We're going to elevate our expertise to make sure we are doing an excellent service. And the CIPS is a powerful tool we have to make money and build relationship and serve our global client. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next episode next in April. Thank you. Bye for now.
Right.
By the way,
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
bye.
Bye.